Good afternoon, my little bowls of champ. It's wee Paddy from across the shock, and I have got a very exciting video. You may tell by the speed of my talking that I'm rather excited. This is a knife it's another custom knife from Ashley Harrison of Sheffield Knives, which is him and his father own Wright and Sons knives, traditional pocket knives. He has made me a couple before, which I've shown on the channel, one of which is probably my favourite knife until today. I think this might just be my favourite. It was up at my daughter's because I get things sent there when I'm down the caravan. I couldn't wait till tomorrow till somebody could bring it down, so I drove all the way up to get it and brought it back down again. I didn't even open it on the way down until I got here, and I've just opened it, taken it out. It was covered in oil, so I'm glad I did, and I took the oil off it. And I'm now going to show you an amazing piece of sculpture. That is a knife that it's a sort of knife I've never really had, but that I am so glad to have in my collection. It's a slip joint. And look, all I can say is stand by to see the most beautiful piece of work that human beings can do. Just completely astounds me. Right, I've got to stop now because I'm too excited. I'm just going to show you the knife. I got this. I didn't get it made for me by Ashley. This is a knife that he made. And like I keep telling everybody, go and join his Instagram page because he often makes one-off knives and they'll sell them. And that's exactly how I got this. Not because of any favoritism. I just happened to be there that day. I think it was the second person to comment on the knife when he had finished it and said it was for sale. And I bought it straight away. You don't wait, you buy straight away. And that's how I got this. There was no favoritism in this whatsoever. The other ones I had made for me by him. This was just I bought on the day. It was last week and I've got it now. It's amazing. I love being able to do that. So I'll put his Instagram down below in the description after this. Just go and join it because he shows his work as he's making it. He was showing this as he made it and it blew my mind away. So I knew it's been coming and I just kept watching every day. Refresh. So, ba-bum! Here it is. Look at that flipping gorgeous piece of work. It is done by him, handmade, Damascus, and it's made from 1095 and 1520 steel. So I'm not sure what that means because I'm not a steel person, but apparently that's a pretty good way of making your Damascus and putting it together. The whole thing is Damascus. The backs, the spine of the knife, the bolsters, as you can see there. I'll have a better background when I'm doing this, but the bolsters, the back spring, everything about it is Damascus, and it is just finished to perfection. And like I said, this is a knife I have never had. The shape, even this design. Let me just show you a really good, probably an 8 pull, which listen to that. I'm going to show you that again. No half stop, just a cam tang. Let me. Oh, how beautiful is that blade? How gorgeous. It is just stunning. And the fact that it's over embellished, just this knife can take it. This pattern, this is just, it's either G10 or micarta. He couldn't remember because he'd made this handle quite a while ago. This is something he'd been doing for a while and practicing on. And let me tell you, he has perfected it. This knife is stunning. Stunning. And I'm going to use this knife. And I'm going to use this knife for the next week, solely this knife for all my tasks, because I don't know how Damascus marks or whatever. And I want to find out because to me, I paid, relatively speaking, this is incredibly cheap from Ashley. And I don't mean this cheap in his work. He just doesn't overcharge. This was just over £100 for a knife like this, which I find incredible. Now, I know it was a one-off and he was just doing it and practicing. Let me tell you, he can practice all day long. I just love looking up that spine. Look at that with the Damascus right the way up the blade. It's just absolutely delicious. I am bounding with excitement. I can honestly tell you that. If you wanted to do hard work, you can get right up there and put your finger in there. But if not, you still have this little bit of tang that comes out, which will hold you here. And it's such a strong backspring. I'll probably be using it there all the time. I'm gushing. And you know, I was trying to think what other knives I can put it down to, to give comparisons to, but I don't have anything as beautiful as this to give it a comparison to. But I'm making up my carry for tomorrow. Let me just give you a size comparison. Sorry. There is the knife up against the 93mm. So it's about 93mm. Blade's a bit short in the cutting length, but that is absolutely nothing that I'm going to think about. This is just, it's big enough. The cutting edge is just over 2 inches, and that's big enough for my everyday carry without a shadow of a doubt. But just as a bit of excitement, I was sort of doing what will I pair it with tomorrow. My number 14 GEC is the perfect little pairing for it. My swarfpens, I'll put this down below, swarfpens here in the UK. These are all hand milled. There's brass, stainless steel. This one's an aluminium. I've got a little, beautiful little flashlight, which gives me about 100 lumens. Absolutely perfect. And I have a dammeddesigns pry bar bottle opener. How's that for a carry? How flipping gorgeous is that? Isn't that just beautiful? So that's going to be my carry tomorrow. Well, I'm probably not going to carry the knife, if I'm honest. I was just showing off some of my gear. But this will be in my pocket for a solid week now. It just has to. I just have to. Now, am I going to beat with it in baton? No, but I'm going to use it for everyday tasks that I have. I just want to see what it's like, how the edge holds up, and all sorts. So, after a week, I shall do the full review of what I think of the knife as a knife. As an art piece, I can already tell you, I just love this in my collection. Absolutely love it. So there you go, a wee surprise video today that I didn't think was going to quite happen. But let me tell you, let me know what you think of that knife. And another wee thing that I'm going to bring up when I do the full review, I'm thinking of getting Ashley to make me some very simple, straightforward Barlows with just stamping on the tang or the bolster. But I'm gonna be asking your opinions. And he said he'll do me a batch for my subs. There'll be Ashley's name on the front of the bolster and my name on the back, PPP. So, and it's just going to be for my subs. Have a think about it. You don't need to tell me now. But what we're going to do, it's going to be, you'll need to pay half up front, not to me. I don't want anything to do with the money. You'll be paying Ashley Harrison up front. Minimum half up front, or you can pay fully, and we'll get a time scale. We'll get all that sort of. This is not something that's going to happen next week. I have to draw the knife. I have the knife in my head. I need to draw it. Send the pictures to Ashley. He's going to have a look at them. Give me a picture that he has done and what he thinks he's going to do. And then I'll come back to you with his picture whenever it's done. So this could take months. But it's just something I wanted to do, especially for my subs, is have a knife that is specific for Paddy's potato peelers. And I can think of no better than Ashley Harrison to make that knife. But it'll probably going to be a boy's knife Barlow or something like that. Let me know what you think. If you would like that sort of thing, it'll be interesting to see what sort of numbers I get. But this is the man that's going to make the knife. And safe pair of hands. He may as well be a Premiership goalkeeper. He's that safe to give it to. So there you go, folks. Paddy's away. Thank you so much for listening. I've gone on long enough. I'm going to go and play with my knife for the rest of the night. Bye now.